Alright, here is the third lesson here on chords. Make sure you watch the other two first if you haven't already. You'll be lost. Okay? And I'm sorry you guys have to listen to me vent about our friend on YouTube who's basically impersonating me. But if you'll just spare me that, I'm teaching a lesson, so that's maybe you can endure that for me if I give you these free lessons on YouTube. All right, so let's move on. We just talked about the triad vocabulary. All right, now we're going to learn something else now. These Roman numerals, did you wonder why some of them were capital and some of them are lowercase? That's because of what's called the chord quality. Okay? The chord quality. And that simply means if it's major or minor chord. You've heard that. Major, minor. A major chord, if you just listen to it, a major chord sounds happy. Alright, a minor chord is going to have a sad or melancholy sound. Alright, so it depends. You can listen to it and tell where it's major or minor. But I don't want to just listen to it. I want to know why. What makes it sound happy? What makes it sound sad? Okay? So, these are the chord qualities. C is major, so I put a capital 1. And the 2 is minor. The 3 is minor. The 4 is major. That's a capital. And the 5 is major. The 6 is minor. And the 7, I forgot to put a diminished on. There'll be somebody that goes, you didn't put the thing? Well, there it is. That's called diminished. Okay? Alright. Now, you can't get this stuff from just watching my videos on YouTube for a couple of years and then, repackaging it and trying to pass it off. You got to take all the classes that I've taken, study piano hard like you do, to really get this stuff to be able to teach it. So hopefully I'm doing a good job teaching it to you. Alright, so that's the 7 chord. It's diminished. It's the only one that's diminished. And that little symbol tells us that it's diminished. I'm going to tell you why it's diminished in a minute. But notice the 1, the 4, and the 5 are major. 1, 4, 5. Now I'm going to tell you a little secret. It's not really a secret. Most songs are built on only 3 chords. Have you heard somebody say, well, you can play most songs with 3 chords? They're right. And the 3 chords are 1, 4, and 5. Let me show you. 3 chords. I could go all day making up stuff with the 3 chords and not even use the other ones, okay? But these are called the primary chords, 1, 4, and 5. Now that's not only true in the key of C, it's true in every key, major or minor keys. 1, 4, and 5 are the primary chords, and they're the ones that are used the most, and they're the strongest chords, okay? 1 is the strongest, then you have 5 being the second strongest, and 4 next. This one's called the tonic chord. This one's called the dominant chord, and this one's called subdominant, if you're interested in that. Tonic, dominant, subdominant. Okay? This is just music theory here. 1, 4, and 5. The 2 and the 3 are minor. The 6 is minor. The 7 is, well, I should have done this, is diminished. Okay? So let's get into it why it's called major and minor. I should have prepared my board better. Sorry about that. But I got to hand it to that the friend we're talking about who just copies my stuff and passes it off as his own. His computer thing looks really nice. The way he puts up the letters is really good. If he were actually good at teaching and figuring out stuff, I would have to be worried. But all right. Major and minor. Let's take a major chord first. Alright, and I'm going to use, let's see. I'll use a green here. Yeah. Alright, we start on C. This is what makes it major. If I go from C to E, I'm going to have 5, and I've never known anybody to teach it this way, but I do it because I think it helps people understand. It's called a major third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I count every note, it's a total of 5. The gross amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And then if we go from E to G, it's called a minor third. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? From E to G is a 4. Now that's what makes a major chord. Is you have, see this, from the root to the third is 5, and from the E to the G is a total of 4 notes. Now, we can call it, major third, minor third, because, that's really the name of it. C to E is a major third, and E to G is a minor third. Because it's a smaller interval, right? They're both thirds. C to E is a third, E to G is a third, but the difference between them is this is a major third and this is a minor third, because this one has 5 notes included and this one only has 4 notes included. Make sense? Major, minor makes a major chord. Now let me show you something. Let's hop over to the 4 chord. What do you expect to find? Well, I expect to find exactly the same thing, the 5 and 4, and we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes your major chord. Okay, I don't want to just tell you it's major. I want you to know why it's a major chord. All right? Now we're going to go to the 5 chord. It's also a major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we have our major chord as well. So those are our primary chords, 1, 4, and 5. Now let's look at a minor chord. Something interesting about the minor. Now, I don't know, those of you who like math, music is very mathematical, very, the use of numbers and patterns is all over the place. And some people that just play by ear, that's great, but you never see these patterns. You never see what's going on behind the scenes with chords and things. But DFA, there's a minor chord. You can hear the minorness. Sad. So you can just. Alright. D to F is backwards. The 4 is on the bottom. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now where do you think the 5 is? It's up here. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Okay? See that? It's backwards. 4 to 5 is a minor chord. And we do it again right here. 4 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See that? We can do it on this one too. On the A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And then the diminished one, guess what's going to happen there? Because that one sounds kind of crazy. The diminished sounds really unstable. That one is 4, 4. It's unstable. Not used very much. Usually you'll see it in a 5/7 chord, in it, putting a G on the bass or something. But not really, just BDF by itself. Okay, so you understand major chords versus minor chords. Okay? A major chord isn't like better, and the minor chord is not as good. That's not what it means. It just means the quality, chord quality is what we call it. Major. Now, let me show you a little trick for major and minor, because a lot of people get tripped up on this. I used to tutor this in college, and so I really had to think and get down on the level of someone who hasn't had music their whole life, how I might explain it to them where they would understand it. Okay? So, if you have a major chord and you want to make it minor, what would you do? That middle note determines between major and minor. Did you know that? The middle note is very key in all of these. If I took the E, it's major, right? It's already in the higher position. That middle note is already to the right a little more. If I flat it, that's a flat sign. And that means that note would be E flat. So here's E, this is E flat. That makes it minor. That's what I do. You lower the third to make it minor. you raise it to make it major. So let's do this. If I had a minor, if I have a D minor here, and I wanted to make it major, what would I do? I need to make the F go that way a little bit, so I'm going to sharp it. F sharp. Aha! I could do that to each chord. Let's keep doing it. I need to change my numbers down here, wouldn't I? Well, I'm not going to do that now. E, G, B. Minor, I need to make it major. Sharp the G to make it G sharp. Aha! Now here we can make one minor because this one's already major, right? F, A, C. Make it minor. I need to lower that A, make it go this way a little bit. So I will flat it, and then I get F minor. G, B, D is major already. To minor it, I'll make the B go that way and I'll flat it. A, C, E is minor already. To make it a little bigger in the middle, make the C go that way. I'll sharp the C. Oh, what do we do to B? Let's not mess with that one right now. All right, you don't want to mess with the diminished chord. They'll come back at you. All right, now you may say, "Oh, do we have to put those flats and sharps in the key of C?" No, 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 no. You do not. There's no flats and sharps in the key of C diatonically. That means normally within that key, diatonically, there are not any flats or sharps. We're not going to. I'm just showing you what a major and a minor chord is, how you make it. Remember, major chord goes 5/4. Minor chord, goes 4/5, and a minor chord goes 5/4. All right. Wait, did I say that right? Major chord 5/4. Major chord. All right, I lost it for a minute. And then a minor chord is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. It's late. Been teaching all day, so brain's a little fried. All right. Maybe I'll do one more lesson for now. Then we'll have more if I need to.